Well, hi again. Wanted to show you a couple new five strings that I made over the last few months. Um, I'm going to show you two of them in this video. This first one is number 275, and her name is Ola Belle. And you know who that's named after, Ola Belle Reed. And this is what she looks like. I'm not sure if the color is going to look exactly what she is on the video screen. It kind of changes colors. It's not on my monitor. It looks kind of golden, but it's more of a brownish amber with golden highlights in real life. Um, I did some antiquing treatment on the scroll, and she has Whitner precision pegs, which are really nice. And she also has a Whitner tailpiece with fine tuners. So you have the option of using the fine tuners to tune it or the precision pegs. It's nice to have both, especially if you're a cross tuner. One piece back. It's all Western big leaf curly maple, back, sides, and neck. Did some antiquing on the side ribs. Little subtle sunburst on the back plate. I don't know if you can see it in this light. Nicely flamed. It's a one-piece lower bout, one-piece back. I figure it's just two less joints that 100 years from now will come apart and need repair. It has a Guarneri style ebony chin rest. And it's got my little leaf carvings on the corners of the top and the back. I have it set up with prim strings. And it's a nice fiddle. It's set up, it's very easy to play. It sounds nice and sweet, loud but not harsh. Kind of a darker sound. And I'll play her a little bit for you. One thing I like about this fiddle is that it's balanced across all five strings. There's not a major change in pitch. I mean, in volume or character of the sound from string to string. So it's makes it a lot of fun to play. Excuse me. And yeah, it's easy to play. It got the action nice and low without buzzing. lot of strings. So that is Ola Belle. It's a good fiddle, easy to play, fun to play, balanced, sweet. And so here's my other 5-string. I'm going to show you in this same video. And they're both very similar in appearance and sound. This is Arabella. And the top, as the other one is Engelmann spruce. And this one has some bear claw figure right here in the top, which gives it a little character. And same kind of color as the other one, pretty much. One piece back, a little sunburst. Not as much antiquing as, well, a little bit as the other one, not quite as much though. Oh yeah, I want to tell you about the scroll and the peg box, the headstock. When I make a 5-string fiddle, I'd like to make a longer, slightly longer headstock and peg box to be able to accommodate that 5th string here. A fiddle that's made with a regular sized peg box, the 5 strings are kind of crowded inside here. And the 5th string has to go way up under the throat and under the chin of the scroll. And sometimes kind of hard to get to with restringing. And also it causes a very weak spot on the fiddle for the future. That is higher risk of cracks because of where it is. But I make a longer peg box which accommodates the 5 tuning pegs, and also the pegs aren't as close together to each other, and it's easier to tune. It's easier to get your hand and your fingers on each peg without hitting the other peg. And so that it kind of looks, you could kind of see that it's a little bit longer. The scale length is the same as a 4-string violin, pretty much, but the peg box from here out is a little longer to accommodate the 5 strings. So it's safer, it's more stable, and it's easier to tune. Of course, with a 5-string fiddle, the distance of the strings at the knot is a little bit closer than what you know, a 4-string might be. But it's a little learning curve. You play for a few hours and it feels a little awkward at first, especially if you have wide fingers like I do. But you get used to it, and it's actually, for a lot of people, easier to play because the strings are a little closer together there. At the other end with the bridge, the strings are pretty much standard distance from each other as a 4-string fiddle would be. But up here at the nut, there's strings are a little bit closer. So most 5-string players don't mind it, and they get used to it pretty quickly. Oh yeah, the top is made of Engelmann spruce, and the back sides and neck are Western bigleaf curly maple. Again with prim strings. This one does not have the precision pegs. They have the traditional ebony pegs, but it does have the Whitner fine tuners on the tailpiece. And same with the other one. I have the carvings on the corners at the top and on the back. Nicely flamed maple. And so these 2 fiddles sound in a way similar, but another way they have their own personalities like 2 sisters would have. They may look alike, and they may sound a little different when they sing, but So this is Arabella. And her sister, the first fiddle I showed you, is Ola Belle. Ola still ends in A, so that's why I named it Ola Belle. So there they are, and thanks for watching. See you next time.